Yo guys, welcome to the show.
Today we are doing a transmission flush with a transmission filter, and we're also doing a gasket just to be safe. If you guys are wondering how to do your rear end,
There's a separate video you guys can check out right here. Go check that out. So, with that being said, let's get into it.
Tray, so that's my makeshift McNugget tray. That's good.
so this is what my filter looks like for my transmission.
So, are they all like this, or?
Not every one of them. Most of the GM vehicles are like that. The pan sticks back further because the engine goes back further. And then you technically have to unbolt your exhaust and lower it a little bit to get your pan all the way out of the way.
Oh shit.
Instead of being a V6, you don't have to do that.
I don't have that problem.
It ain't worth the headaches. You always make sure you want to leave screw in the front, screw in the corners, so then you can slightly undo them because your fluid is going to leak out of it. Now, if you just take one out by one out, it's going to crack loose and you're going to take a shower and change fluid. Some fluid coming out. Let me crack these a little bit more. And the looser I get, the more fluid comes out. And I'll let that drain off. The bolts are still in there, they're just like 3 threads loose, so you just slowly drain one side, leave this other side snug. I just cracked it one thread. Alright. It's nice to have these. I don't need to measure how much we get, but I like to know how much I take out. You know?
Yeah.
I measured out mine. Mine is exactly 6 quarts, which is exactly what it's supposed to be on the draining pills.
Oh, that's good to know.
If you were to do your whole system with lines and tranny coolers, it takes a bit more. But on this, it should only be 6. It's not horrible, but it ain't that red anymore.
No, it's not.
This is when you want to change it.
Just showing you guys a little bit up close on my finger here. And maybe I can get a little bit of extra light on that.
Most of what's above the pan was drained out. That looks really nice, actually. You don't have much shavings at all.
Sweet.
Usually you see a bunch of metal shavings inside of that. Magnet's usually got a big, thick layer. Your magnet don't got much layer.
Oh, nothing.
It does have a little bit, but that ain't much compared to what I see. Clean for everything.
I mean, it doesn't.
That's what everyone uses. A lot of people even spray brake cleanup inside the throttle body, or not the throttle body, but the valve body and stuff.
Okay.
But personally, I'm not a fan of doing that. Now it's notorious for shops to not put these magnets back in. When they used to do a lot of these back in the day. That's why there's some magnets on the wall. We don't do that no more. We don't hardly touch transmissions no more. Not saying it's hard to do, obviously, I just did this one. Yeah. But
I mean, it's a little time consuming, definitely, with the V8.
with everything new, it's so much harder with all the new shit nowadays. It used to be easier. It's like Impalas and shit. But you can reuse those. I actually reused mine. But
Yeah, I was just checking out the wear and tear. I believe that they also, for the rear end, sometimes with coming out factory, they do have a reusable seal. It's not bad. That's what a few of the guys at the auto stores, because I went to a few of them, and obviously they've had the wrong size rear end. So, it's not too bad.
magnet. It goes right over this little nipple.
Over the nipple, boys. Over the nipple. What is this for?
Alright, so that I basically never replace. Unless if it comes with the thingy when you pull it out. But this just sits up inside the transmission and it seals around this. And usually you don't replace them. Pretty simple task. Sometimes they're a little strugglesome. Yours is gonna come out nice and easy. Pop it up. And you can see on the bottoms your inside of the filter, some screen, a little bit of gunk buildup.
Compared to the new.
Pop this right here. And just like so, she's back in place.
You need 6 quarts of transmission fluid. Make sure that you get the correct amount for your transmission, because who knows, could be different. So, but in my case, we have 6 quarts, so let's put it in.